Hi, let's translate the Aeneid, lines 515 to 538 in Book 1. You see some highlighted spots over here in the text. They correspond to uh, notes that I put over here in this Google Doc that I'll share with everybody once we get done with this. But take a look at these guys over here as we go through. Make sure you add them into your text as we go. All right, let's get to it. Dissimulant. They pretend. Uh, Remember that Achates and Aeneas are looking at the show with their comrades, long lost comrades, that just walked in to see and are now having an audience with Dido. Achates and Aeneas aren't sure what's going on, so they stay concealed. They pretend. They conceal themselves. All these things, and they see Speculantur having been covered in a hollow cloud. Interesting idea that the cloud is hollow with them inside it. Uh, Quai, quo, and quid are a series of indirect questions that come from Speculantur. They see what fortune, with this fortuna right here, we're going to supply a sit, like an est. So what fortune there is for the men, what fortune, wearies you could do as a dative of possession, what fortune the men have. Quo here is an adjective modifying limitore. On what shore they left the fleet, like relinquent the fleet. This quid right here is a why. Why they came, as in and why they came. A syndeton there. For chosen people, substantive subject. Chosen people were going from every ship, or from all the ships. So probably better to say people chosen from all the ships went. So apparently a representative from every ship went to go see Dido. They went, Orontes, begging for pardon, and they sought the temple in a shout, or in a clamor. Postquam here. With the introgressi right there, and data, we're going to put forms of to be, because there's no other main verb, or no other verb in the subordinate clause. After they entered, and copia right here. Best way to do copia, it means opportunity, and this fondi, this gerund, goes with copia. So after they entered, and opportunity of speaking of, or for speaking openly, the coram goes with the fondi of speaking openly. Data was given, ABBA, by the way. So after the opportunity of speaking openly was given, the very great Ilioneus began thus from his placid heart, from his peaceful heart. O Queen, to whom Jupiter granted it, or gave it, to found a new city and to rein in the proud tribes or arrogant peoples in justice. Oramus, then we go to main verb. We ask, we trois miseri, troas and misery, troas right there. It's an we, poor Trojans, having been carried by the winds. Maria omnia is a note. It's a thing called accusative of extent of space. So we can say through or across all the seas. So having been carried by the winds through all the seas. And remember, we beg. Prohibe, imperative. Prevent unspeakable fires, or keep unspeakable fires from our ships. Meaning basically don't attack us. Spare a people, spare a pious people, and look, again imperative, look at our affairs more closely. Propius, an adverb, comparative adverb. Nos subject here. We do not come either to attack, to carry away, to devastate the Libyan Penates. There are Penates, again, a Roman reference, but here it's probably a metonymy for homes. So we do not come either to devastate Libyan homes with iron, or to, this literally is turn, but it kind of means to carry off seized loot, seized booty to the shore. Meaning we're not going to take it to the shore and carry it off in our ships. Down here, animo, as we say, animo and victis are datives of agent. We need to understand verbs of being in here. Ea and vis go together. Ea is an adjective, so that power or that violence. You could say that violence is not to our mind, but a better way to do the dative of possession is to change it to have. Our mind or our intent does not have that violence, and conquered people do not have such great arrogance. There is a place, grai, nominative plural subject. The Greeks call it Hesperia by name. An ancient land, powerful in arms and fruitful in fields. So powerful armies, and it's got people with powerful armies, and it's got the fertile fields there. The Oinotrian men, the men called the Oinotri, cultivated it. This is syncopated, and it's perfect tense. It's almost like a used to. Nunc, however, so but now. Fama is the subject here. The rumor is, should have made a note on this, but there should be an est here. Rumor is that minores is going to be their descendants. We have mos maiorum, the custom of your ancestors. The maiorum, the greater ones, are your ancestors. Minores are the descendants. So now the rumor is that now their descendants call the people Italy from the name of a leader. So one of their former leaders was named Italus. We gather from that, and then they call them Italian because of that. Curses here. We're going to put a noster. Would be a good way to do that. This was our course, meaning Italy was our course. We were heading for Italy. When Stormy Orion, so personification, I'm sure there's a note in the book about that. When Stormy Orion rising from a sudden wave, or suddenly rising in a wave, on a wave, bore with tulet here, we're going to supply, we see here, we're going to supply a nos with that. Bore us onto the dark shallows. And dispulet, we're going to go down here, and scattered us, again, with the violent winds, the scattered us far. Penitus is going to be far here, with violent winds, both through the waves, with the superante. We're putting another nos in here, with the salt water overcoming us, and through the inwia means pathless, like a via is a road or a path, through the pathless rocks. Okay, in would be a knot here, the rocks that don't have via in them, or a via in them. Here, to this place, we few swam to your shores. This oris is going to be dative of direction. That's it. See you later.